Hangar Video Hangouts in Las Vegas. My name is Charles Carter. I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than a live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find a link to be part of the following show and the after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench. Now, if you're not a member or if you're not logged into Stunthangar Forum, the At the Bench will not appear. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. When you register, you must use your real first and last name and a space between that, and also have a valid email address, or Sparky will not approve you. Now, if you are approved, but you're inclined to not come in, but just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. You can enter your questions or comments in the chat box over here. I'll do my best to make those comments or questions a part of the show. Now, sometimes I can't even get a word in myself, so be patient, and I will state your question or state your comment. And by the way, tonight, I'm really limited. I'm using a single laptop. I only have one screen. I normally have two other screens to be able to keep up on the show. So I kind of feel kind of handicapped. So it might not be as well up to the standard I hope I've sustained all these last 3 years. But anyways, be patient, and I will get a chance to hopefully get to your question or comment. But I won't be able to see have the vision I normally have. Anyways, now if you are watching this as a replay, you won't be able to make these comments or questions. This is only during a live stream that I can speak to those questions or comments. Okay. Now, if you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host, or the many building videos, the contest coverage that Sparky does on this platform, enjoyable and informative, please hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and subscribe, share the videos, comments. All those engagements help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. Please consider joining Stunthangar's YouTube channel memberships, which is less than 17 cents a day. I mean, by the way, I'm a member. I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account each and every month, and I don't even miss it. And plus, you're supporting your hobby, and you're getting a terrific value. I don't really think there's a better value out there when you consider the people that we have in the gallery. I mean, we have former national and maybe world champions that come in and visit us. We also have people who've been doing it for 50, 60 years. So you can actually, stand on the shoulders of giants and start your aviation, career or experience, having these people to help you. And like I said, I do the membership myself, so I'm not asking you to do something that I don't see the value in doing it myself. Okay, and your support helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunthangar. I mean, Sparky had to purchase a server, or he has to soon, and that's quite a bit of money. And not to mention the Zoom platform that we do, and he pays me too. So, please support the channel with your memberships and with the super chats. During the live show, you can do the super chat, which is right below the chat box. And then if you're watching the replay, do the super thanks, which I believe is a heart with a $sign in it. Click on that and donate any amount you like. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, because this is Sparky's YouTube channel, and I only come in here Monday and Friday nights. I set the show up, stream it live on YouTube. I don't come back into his channel again until the next program. And I don't get the alerts, the notifications that there are comments or questions. Sparky does. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. That's Flying Control Line Stunt. I fly control line stunt. So it's the channel's called Flying Control Line Stunt. And if you go there, please locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which is a video that Sparky shot with his video camera of me flying his beautiful and light Junar XL. It was orange back then. If you see his Junar now, it's one of his favorite planes, by the way, one of his better flying planes, and it's white now with orange trim. Anyways, if you can watch the video of me flying this plane at the Nationals, it was kind of a bucket list day for me. Only dreamed of being at the Nats and holding a beautiful airplane. And so it was really terrific. And that plane flew really nice. I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't do things or use words you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm now going to post a link at Stunthangar Forum. Let me do that right now. I like saying that. If you watch a show anytime, that's what I do. There we go. The link is posted. So please come in and let's talk about landing. That's the last maneuver of the AMA stunt pattern. And pretty interesting at that. Let me see here. Let me get rid of this. I'm working off of the hotel's Wi-Fi. So I'm using the free one, so I hope that it is satisfactory. Let me know if the video is not up to snuff. Let me know. And if my audio, as I'm using my laptop, just the mic that's in it and the camera that's in it. Normally I have an upgraded microphone, upgraded camera that I use when I do the show. So let me know how it's coming across. I appreciate that. Let me close some of these tabs and let me go to what I call the control panel. Let me see here. Just give me 1 second here. The link is posted, so hopefully someone will come in and join me. And let me go to the YouTube studio, which I call the control panel. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on that because I only have one screen. So it's been a while, almost a year since I've done a show. Oh my goodness, this thing is asking me to verify it's me again. Bear with me just a second here. Let's see here. Proceed. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. Just a second. Hate when this happens. Let's see here. Okay. Hopefully, okay, I gotta, use the phone, your cell phone to verify, and I'm going, okay, yes, that's me. All right, and it's that. Okay, so hopefully we get this going. All right. Let me see if I can make my way to see how the show is streaming. Just give me a moment here. All right, so let me fix this. Hope everybody had a good week. I'm here up in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge, and I've had a really good time. It's been a lot of fun. Been working hard and preparing for this event for some time. So I don't start competing until tomorrow. And my buddy Joe Mata is with me. I drove up here with Eric Rule and Joe Mata and myself. And Joe Mata is competing in beginner tomorrow. And we'll see. Hopefully, he's really put up a good flight today. So we'll see what happens. Let me see here now. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm really limited compared to what I normally do. Let me get rid of this. Okay. How do I want to do this so I can keep an eye on stuff? Anyways, is someone joining me? Let me see. I hear some noise here, but I don't see, because what I'm looking at is the delayed screen, so I don't have the live. Let's see, how am I going to do this here?
Okay, Bart's here.
Hey, Bart, how you doing?
I don't know how it came up, but it did.
Great. I'm glad you came in. Thank you very much, Bart. I'm here at Las Vegas. Say it again.
Are you in Las Vegas?
I'm in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I've seen Jim Rhodes, who I haven't seen in a while. And that's great. Actually, quite a few people. Chris McMillan, I haven't seen him in a while. And of course, Jim Hoffman and John Callentine.
Is Lou there?
No, I think Lou had a conflicting other event.
Oh, did
Um,
he? Okay.
yeah, that he could not do them both, so he's not here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is from Arizona. I'm sure there's some people that I haven't
I
mentioned.
don't know who all came, so
Cool, cool. So what you been up to? I'm glad you came in. Thank you very much.
oh, not much. Just this and that. Life goes on.
Yeah,
Haven't been doing much model plane work, just a little bit, not much. But I've got to get my twin ready for VSC, so I've got to get it painted, and it's a lot of airplane to paint and trim and all that. But I need to work on it. So that's going to be my next effort, I guess.
right. Yeah, I'm hoping to build a. You might like this plane. It's a Hawker Hunter, the one that Bob Whiteley designed using
Oh
the
yeah,
Shark 45 kit.
yeah, yeah.
Because that's a
That's
big
pretty.
plane. I mean, it's fairly big for a classic. As I'm used to flying my SV11, which is a nice size plane. So I wanted something which is comparable in size and
Yeah.
performance. So I don't if I go back and forth between the two, I won't have to,
Well, that Hunter,
finesse.
that Hunter will take a Tiger 60. I think that's what Bob had in his,
Yeah,
and just try to keep it light.
yeah,
That's the issue with all of them, I guess.
true, true. Yeah, got to avoid those mystery ounces.
Yeah, yeah. Those ounces just appear out of nowhere.
I saw in person Roger Kramer's P-51 today.
Pretty airplane, huh?
Oh, beautiful. I mean, and Gordon said it doesn't show up on the YouTube channel, doesn't even give it true justice. That is astounding. That plane was beautiful. I don't know what they did the appearance judging today for the next 2 days. They did the
Yeah,
appearance so I don't know who actually is going to get the concourse award, but I wouldn't be surprised if that did. But I don't
yeah.
know. I didn't see all the airplanes. I mean, Howard Rush is. I think he used his old one today. I don't think that's the new one.
It's still a gorgeous airplane.
Yeah, they it is. So, I mean, there's some pretty planes out here. There's
Oh
no
yeah.
doubt about it.
How was the weather out there today?
Beautiful. I mean, it's a little bit hot because we're out here in the desert,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
fair winds. Clear skies. Bright,
Oh,
bright,
great.
bright sun. That sun
Oh,
is
sure.
bright out here in Las Vegas,
Yeah, it
and
was bright here today. It was in the middle 80s here today, or high 80s here today. But that's typical for the desert.
yeah. So it's like desert conditions.
Got to take your sunglasses, boys.
I know. Yeah, they're here. Let me show you what I was looking like today. So I had my sunglasses on. Oh yeah.
Now you look cool. You just look cool.
I couldn't help myself. Let me see here. Looks like Gary Sinclair is making his way in here. That is
Okay.
great. Let me say hi to Stuart Morris. How you doing, Stuart? How you doing?
Good. Yep.
I mean Morrison. Excuse me. Didn't mean to
That's all
clip
right.
your last name.
Too many names. So you got good weather there, at least by the sounds of it.
Yeah, good weather. I mean, it's and with good weather, you know what that means. I mean, it's going to be some stiff competition because usually the bad weather separates the boys from the men, but when it's good weather, most pilots can do a decent pattern in good weather, But
Yeah.
yeah, the top guys separate when it's really when the wind's blowing, and it's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah,
like
it is.
5 miles an hour here. It's not that significant, and that's not really a factor. It's actually a little bit more dangerous that it's really really fair and light winds.
Well, if you get a nice breeze at 5 miles an hour, that's about perfect.
Yeah, I'm just assuming it's about five. It's at most times when it's at the day start, it was much lighter than that. He was like, "Where is the wind?"
Yeah, yeah.
It's so faint.
Yeah, we're gonna have 5 mile an hour winds for the next 2 days. So
Oh, nice.
we're gonna go flying. It's a little cooler, about 50 degrees probably. But it'll be nice.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does my audio sound in my videos? I'm using an inferior stuff. Normally I have, I use my real nice stuff at home, but I'm not at home.
Sounds good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I was just on YouTube and I saw you there, so it's good.
Appreciate that. Good. That's good to know. Let me see here. Let me get rid of some tabs because I'm actually, you know what? Let me get this up while I have it. Let me, this is November, today's November 3rd, right? So
I believe so.
let me bring up November's calendar. Gary Sinclair does such a great job um, doing this. Let me see, where did I put that? Just bear with me here. Control line. Um, hmm. Where is the calendar? Where did I put it? Let's see. Maybe I have it under a separate folder. Uh, Gary Sinclair. Just bear with me here. Um, what? Where? Oh, here we go. Maybe it's here. Here we go. Yeah. I just got a real nice picture, Gary. I might have to send you this picture I got from Mark Lumen. Took a picture of me flying my SV-11. It's on my phone. If I could find a way to import it on the here, but it's a pretty nice picture. And you guys be the judge of that. But let me get to November. I'm scrolling through the calendar. August, September, October, November. All right, Mark Lumen is. Let me get this up here. Let me share this image. What the photo is. I'm not going to show the calendar itself, but I want to show his plane. Just give me 1 second. I'm a little bit handicapped. Like I said earlier, I'm not used to being and working in such a cramped space. Let's see here. Okay, there, and I'm going to share the screen. And all right, you guys see the Mark Lumen's plane?
Yeah. See the Hellcat?
Yeah, Mark Lumen's. It's Dave Tribble's design. Has an FP40 on it, and it's a pretty nice plane. I know he enjoys flying it. He saw a beautiful Hellcat today by Chris Cox. I think this is Chris Cox's third iteration of the Hellcat, and it is beautiful. It's kind of a
Oh, Chris does awesome work.
oh, he does, he definitely
He's
does.
there in Vegas today, huh?
Yeah, Chris and his wife
Oh,
Joan
great.
Cox are here, and I
Tell him
saw
hi for
Tim.
me, if you would.
Okay, Tim Just is here. Dave Fitzgerald is here. Steve Harris, like I said earlier, Jim Rhodes, Steve Harris. I said that already. Gary Akers, Jim Hoffman, Tim Jess. I'm probably repeating
Gary
myself.
Akers is another longtime friend of mine.
Yeah, yeah, and John Wright. With the right stuff, he's
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Chris Manchella. He's an intermediate pilot. He's here. I took some pictures of the airplanes. There's some pretty airplanes here. Some good flying. Um, Dennis Nunes is here.
Uh-huh.
I think, of course, Steve McBride, Ruben McBride. Anyways, there's a lot of people. I'm just trying to. Oh, Mike Lonke is here.
That's
Um,
turning out to be a pretty big contest.
yeah, Mark Gerber is here.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. It's really good. I'm having a good time today. I didn't fly in any event today. They had classic and old time and Super 70s. I don't have a Super 70s plane. Last year I was able to compete because they had a Nostalgia 30, which my SV-11 was a dual purpose threat. I flew that in Nostalgia 30 last year, and but they didn't have it. They thought they might have a better turnout with Super 70s, and they had the same slim results. I
Yeah.
think. So I wish they would have done Nostalgia 30. I would have flown in that, but they already had the trophies. I think Howard Rush made the trophies. They already had the trophies already done, so it was kind of set. The cake was already
Yeah.
baked. Let me take down this calendar for the month. Thank you
And
very
you
much,
probably
Gary.
know that trophies are expensive now.
Yeah, yes,
So
yes,
the
yes.
event needs to be able to support itself.
Exactly. And let me see here. Where is this? Like I said, I'm using one screen. And today we're going to be talking about landings, landing the plane. This is the last maneuver of the official AMA stunt pattern.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to talk about that when we get enough people in the gallery so that people can participate. But I got a comment from a gentleman earlier, and he really liking this, how we went through every single maneuver. You might have missed quite a bit of it, Bart, but we was every
Oh, I
show
did.
we focused on a particular maneuver and we talked
Yeah.
about it, for a good extent of time. Let me welcome Caffeine. Hey, Caffeine, I see you driving. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
Appreciate that. How you doing?
doing good, but no flying today. Perhaps tomorrow.
Okay.
I will fly my I will fly my Vector tomorrow just to test out. You know, I have mentioned that I have solved my Vector problem, but it was only one flight when I said that. So tomorrow I will fly some more of my factor just to see if it's just a pure luck or it's just or if it's totally solved, you know,
Cool.
because because for the past few weeks I've been flying my CBEC a lot, not enough flying time for my factor. So tomorrow I will hopefully I will fly some more flights with my factor to make sure and yeah to have some confirmation if the problems have been solved or not.
Good. I hope that the problem has been solved. So hopefully
Yep.
that turns out being a
Uh-huh.
good experience.
Yep.
Good. And let me say hi to Gary Sinclair. Thank you, Gary. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you. And then Gordon Delaney. How you doing, Gordon?
Oh, I'm still here.
That's good.
There he
Hey,
is.
I saw Roger Kramer today. I saw his beautiful P-51, and you're
Yes.
absolutely correct. It does not show up as well as it really is in person. I was enamored with the all the details. I loved how he made the landing gear. That landing gear looks great. I mean, how he made the struts. How he
Yep.
took balsa wood dowel, split it, and then put it around the wire and painted it and detailed it. Amazing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
amazing.
Did he get to fly it today?
Um, no, but I think he practiced with it yesterday. I think he's kind of going back and forth, but he's probably going to fly it in Pampa tomorrow and Sunday.
Oh, did he
Yeah,
take
today.
his Tony?
Yeah, I saw the Tony in the back of the vehicle, so he's kind of undecided which one to fly. But he's probably inclined to do more of the P-51, and that is a beautiful plane.
Yes, it
So
is.
is so is the Tony.
Yep.
So he flew his Nobler in, which is a beautiful Nobler too, his red Nobler. He flew that in classical today.
That's about 30 or 40 years old.
Thing looks great,
Yep. Vintage
amazing.
paint.
Yeah, very very good. So what you been up to, Gordon?
Uh, well, I've been going on. I got my dad's walker, so I've been walking up and down the road, trying to get my legs built up.
Good.
So hopefully by going on these walks, without the walker, I couldn't go nearly as far as I walked. So I keep adding a little more distance every day.
Every
That's
day,
good.
but don't go too aggressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna well, buy a treadmill for Christmas. Yeah, well, I've got elliptical, so I use them both.
Good.
I'm glad to hear that.
Just progress. A little at a time. I know you're probably anxious to get, but you might end up going backwards, just doing too much too quick.
Yeah, I was a little sore today.
I bet. But nothing airplane wise to report.
No, I'm such a deadbeat.
No, you're not.
Kind of like me.
And no, you're not either.
I'm not
Oh,
that.
I am.
I'm not that bad, Bart.
We're all in the same boat.
I'm the
Yeah.
deadest, beatest one there.
You're almost on the same level as Rhodes, but not quite.
Just about. Just about.
Oh, Jim Rhodes is here. Jim Rhodes, Gordon. He flew his Apteryx today.
Yeah. Yeah,
And he was so.
I sprayed that blue silver on it for him.
Oh yeah, it looks really nice. I remember the first time I saw the Apteryx. I saw it at I think at the Joust like 4 or 5 years ago. I think he had just won Classic at the Nationals with it.
Yep.
And that's when I first saw it. So I saw it when it was really good shape. It's not in bad shape now, but it has a little bit wear on it. You can see a little bit of wear on it. So
Well, he broke a flat hinge and he wouldn't fix it, so he just put tape on it. And now he's broke 2 flap hinges. So he just keeps adding more tape.
yeah, I know how it is. I had a plane that I called it Patches because I kept doing that.
Pretty soon he'll have a taped hinge line.
Yeah, he'll seal his control surfaces that way. Lay it off. Let me see if I can we have a guest. I've seen them before, and the same thing. I don't think they have a camera, but the name is Ken and Kim. I know you don't have a camera, but do you have a microphone? Can you say hi to us and tell us about yourself? Ken and Kim, do you hear me? They might not have speakers. Anyways, I'll just continue on. Anyways, my SV11 is flying really good. As a matter of fact, I had some compliments from some people. Rick Green, I forgot to mention he's here. And Rick Green asked me, "Is that the same plane you bought last year?" I said, "Yeah, that's the same plane." I said, "It was in terrible trim last year." He goes, "Wow, you must have been practicing." I said, "Yeah, I've been practicing too." So it's showing up. It's showing up pretty well. I don't know if I can.
So did they fly an event today?
Yeah, today was classic and old time and Super 70s, but they only had I think 1 or 2 participants in Super 70s. Of course, the classic was really populated. And in old time, I know I saw Keith Trossel flying his. I don't want to butcher the name. Which one is that? It's the one that RSM kitted. It's a World War II scale plane.
Oh, what is that?
Fokker Wolf?
Yeah, Fokker Wolf.
I am not sure.
Yeah, he had it out last week and we're showing it to the members.
Yeah, so I saw him flying on the old time circle. I saw Jim Hoffman flying there. Saw Rick Green. I think Rick Green had an old time plane out there. But there's a lot more. Oh, Gary Gingrich is here. I'm just mentioning the guys that you would know from Arizona.
Yep, I know him.
Yeah. Leroy Black, Pete Peterson.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, Pete Peterson was there to judge.
Right. And hey, look who came in. I haven't seen Paul Taylor in such a long time. It's really good to see you, Paul. Thanks for coming in. Paul, have you been watching the series on the maneuvers? We've been going through all the maneuvers. Have you been watching them, the replays?
Yeah, a few of them.
So which one did you see?
I think I watched the um, inside loops and I think one of the squares.
Okay, I was hoping you didn't see the four-leaf clover. That was kind of a mess. I'm reading the AMA 2022 to 23 rules, and the description was all wrong. So I'm hoping that Keith Trossel will come in the near future, and we'll just redo that segment because there was the images wrong, and even the description was wrong in the rule book. So that was kind of a I just assumed it would all be correct. Everything else has been correct, but that wasn't right. So that was kind of a
Well,
that
I
was
think all they really changed was just the entry point on it. I was, uh, yeah, when I first started doing it the new way, I was kind of a little, I guess, intimidated by it. But I like it better now that you don't have to guess where the entry point is. You just turn it straight up, and there you go.
I agree. I like it better too. And I also was intimidated when I first tried to do the new entry. I was, like this so foreign. I didn't know what to do, but it ended up. I like it. You really can you can set that cross um, easy. That first climb, you're establishing the vertical line of the cross, right?
Yep.
And then you come
Right.
Yep.
around, and then you make the horizontal line of the cross. So I like that
Thing
that
I like
setup.
about it, all the loops are the same. They're not a complete loop.
Right, they're three-quarters of a loop. They're not a full loop.
Right.
But the old way, you had one
Now,
complete loop, but this new way,
complete
none of them
loop.
are
Right.
none of them are complete. There are three-quarters of a loop.
Now, the question I have, the horizontal part of that, is that set at 43 degrees or I
45.
think it's lower than 40. I think it's lower than 45
Yeah, it should be. I mean, to actually fit it in the
to fit it in. Yeah.
right. Yeah,
It was 42 degrees.
Well, 42. Okay.
yeah, the rule book, the most current one, it actually says 45 degrees. So that might not be correct. When Keith Trossel
I
comes
don't
in, it's
think that's
Keith.
correct.
Yeah, Keith. That's why I was like last Monday show. I was really disappointed. I was like, oh, really? That
So
was
so
like,
the so the question is the judge going to be able to tell between 42 and 45 degrees?
yeah, not
The answer
really.
is going to be no.
No, exactly.
Everybody is going to fit it in wherever they're, feeling comfortable, and everybody always takes that second loop coming across, and I'm guilty of it too. Everybody floats that loop up, so they make sure they have enough ground clearance on that outside on the bottom.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
everybody does that.
Not everybody does it, but I'm saying your average, your top 5 or top 20 is not going to do it, but your average pilot,
Yeah.
everybody
I've
that
left
I,
letter tracks in the sand before.
yeah.
So, Paul, what you been up to? You been doing any flying or building?
Uh, we normally fly on Tuesdays and Saturdays, but Wednesday the winds picked up down here, so it's just been um, pretty blistery. So today I went out and I put up a windsock and um, kind of put some topsoil down to encourage the wheats to grow in some places where the hogs tore it up last year. But yeah, we've been flying about twice a week. I'm flying with Dick Carvel moved down here now, so he joined our club last Saturday. So we're trying to make a kind of two days regular anyway. And I think we're planning to go out this Tuesday.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So, what are you flying?
Um, we Dick and I went to the King Arch contest, and I was flying a Shrike that Mike Waldron had got tired of, and so I've been flying that. But the last week and a half, I got my old Vector back out, and I just I want to fly my junk now for a while.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So I think we've got it dialed in. Dick's been kind of helping me a little bit. We put it on longer lines, added a little tip weight, and so it's pretty rock solid.
Very good. That is good news. Good news. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Let me turn my attention to Carl Reed. Hey, Carl, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Joe and I and Eric Rule made it here safely. We're
Yeah.
actually I've been put up like 4 practice flights today, and Joe put up a couple of practice flights. So we're going to have a competition tomorrow for Pampa. So we're looking good, doing good.
So what are you flying, Charles?
Did he get his engine going?
Yes, yeah. With the help of Mike Lonke, we took off the filter off the Venturi. I guess that was robbing it of quite a bit of its performance. I don't really work with small motors that often, so I didn't notice that was a negative thing on the performance. So we took off the filter and we took off the spinner because that's a big spinner for that little motor. And probably just the most important thing was probably removing that air filter off of the Venturi on that Brodak.
Well, there's a lot of weaves that go across
So
there, so it makes the hole smaller.
So that cut down the compression air filter?
No, it wouldn't affect the compression, but it would affect the performance, and deprive it of air, which would, affect the performance. So we removed that, and he's getting some good engine runs.
Oh.
I still think it's a worn motor,
Good.
but I mean, compared to your motors, I've seen your Brodak 25 run.
Yeah.
And I think your 25 has more, performance. So, but it worked out. It's working out. He's flying it. You're breaking up, Carl. Yeah, you're breaking up, Carl. Sorry about that, man. We're gonna have to. We'll have to deal with that in person, man. No problem. I'm gonna mute you. And what was your comment, Bart?
Well, you have a filter has a lot of weave going across it, so you don't get as much air. The engine has to work a lot harder to get air. So the only way I could fix that problem is add nitro, and give it some more power. But I've never run a filter.
Right, I know. I run filters, and but I have big engines, so it's never been a factor. My 81 or my 77, it just plugs along, no big deal. But on that Brodak 25, it was a factor. So it's case in point, lesson learned. And then Paul, you asked me what plane did I fly?
Oh yeah,
I'm flying an SV11, an electric SV11 ARF.
Nice.
And Mark Lumen was here. He took a great picture of me flying in action. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can share this picture from my phone because he sent it to me. Nice shot. It's going to have to be on the calendar, Gary. I think when you see it, you're going, yeah, that's a calendar moment. Let me see if I can. Where is that app at? Just give me a moment here to locate that app. And I can share it. Let me see here. Doing this on the fly here. There you go. Phone link connected. All right. Just give me a second here. And again, I have very little real estate on this laptop. Photos and really like this. I mean, this photo I like so much. I might put it on my business card. Let me see. Where is this picture at? I see the pictures that I took. Let me go to messages. Maybe it's in messages. There we go. Mark Lumen. Just give me a moment here. I'm pulling it up now. Let's see if I can make this picture big. Maybe if I just save it to my computer here. This is a nice picture. It'd be worthwhile. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can. How do I get this to my computer?
You can't get it. I want my money back.
Oh, very good. Very good, Bart. Oh, that was good. Let me see here. How do I, let me see here. This is, oh man. Let me see. I'll email to myself and then I'll pull it up that way. Just you guys keep talking. Let me do this real quick. This is a great shot. I don't have too many shots of my airplanes. A still shot that I really like, but this one really is good. Let me see. How do I think it's email here. Let's see. Can I? Oh, I can attach. No, let's see here. Um, oh man, how do I do this? This is a really neat shot. I'll tell you what. Just bear with me here. We know I can. Yeah, let's do this here. Let me do this way. Do it this way. Okay. Oh, hey, Sparky. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for coming in. I'm here in Las Vegas. You can see I'm in the hotel room here. I don't have my usual camera and microphone and monitors I normally rely upon. But I'm having a great time out here. What you been up to?
Just working on my airplane.
Very good. I saw an image of it. Let me make you big so people can see what you have going on. If you want to talk about it, that'll give me some cover while I email this picture of me here.
I'm building my second Viper. As you guys know, I'm going to call it Simply Blues, but it is a Viper.
That's not your second one.
Yes, it is.
No, you've had many Vipers.
Yes, but this is the second one I've built in this series.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time.
And today I went and I had magenta mix. Now this is one shot sign painter's paint. and it's no longer one shot, it's like 5 shot because they took the lead out. So I had some dope made this color. I took this color to Sherman-Williams and I matched it on a chip. They shot a profit and sold me the pigment, and I mixed it with, the non-tautening dope and made dope this color, butyrate dope. That'll be for the lettering and some pinstripes on it.
Sherwin-Williams has that, huh?
Yeah,
They have the pigments?
yeah. It was $35 for the pigments to make a quart. Now, Bob Brookins had made me this green quart. This is the green I use on the canopies. I got a lifetime supply of green. And now I have a lifetime supply of this magenta.
So you just mix that in clear dope?
Yep. And not in the non-tautening dope, the A1690 dope. Not the 903, because it's crystal clear. The 903 would yellow the color. But I got a quart of that magenta now so that I can do my lettering. What I had thought about doing is doing my lettering in this magenta and then offsetting it in gold leaf and then lining it with black. So it'll look like a neon sign.
Yeah, it'll look nice.
Yeah. So, like I say, this is the second one in this series, and this is like my 4th taping. I'm still, it'll be 4 or 5 tapings worth.
Have you flown the Viper that's behind you?
Yep.
Good.
I had to twist the flap. Somehow I got a warped flap. A twisted flap, so we had to steam it and twist it.
Well, that's all part of the deal.
Yeah. Who's that talking, Bart?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This one's going to come out a little lighter. I think this one's going to make 50 ounces.
Wow.
That one's 53, and I think I'm going to get this one in at 50.
You're still feathers. Very good.
About 720 squares.
Boy, that's really light. What engine are you running?
It's a Brian Gardner Super Tiger 60. So it's an ABC liner and a Super Tiger.
Okay, okay. And what did you cover the wings with?
Double aught silk span tissue, light.
Okay, silk span. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to use Jap tissue, but Jerry Phelps was going to teach me how to do it before he died, but never got around to it. And
Yeah, I know.
Japanese
You almost have to double Japanese tissue to make it strong enough.
Jerry, on his Patriots and all the stuff that he flew, he Japanese tissued everything. And
Yeah.
I got the good stuff. I got the stuff that's $15 a sheet because it's 18 by 30.
Uh-huh.
And otherwise it's it's 18 by 24. And
Yeah.
20 wouldn't be long enough, but I got the stuff from the guy in the free flight guy in England, and it was $15 a sheet. And I wanted to do it, and I've tried to do it. You can't get it to go around wingtips. It doesn't want to
Well, it's pretty tough.
And I wanted Jerry to teach me, but too late.
Yeah.
Now I think Ron O'Toole does, but he's still mad at me. So I haven't talked to him in 10, 15 years.
Well, I miss seeing Jerry at VSC. He's a nice guy.
Oh yeah.
Nice
You miss
guy.
eating his pies, huh?
Pardon?
Did you ever eat his pies?
Never ate his pies.
Well, you got to ask Pete about that. How are his pies, Pete?
Oh, they were the bomb.
Yeah.
So now I got a reason to be mad at him, huh?
Yeah. he would bring them up to Allen's contest in Paducah.
Oh, wow. Well, he was sure a nice guy.
He built a box that was every bit as a box for pies that was every bit as nice as his airplanes. And he baked the pies, and man, you have never tasted a better pie in your life.
Wow.
Great. So this is what I've been doing. I think it's gonna look good.
Hey Sparky, what was going on with the guys with the plastic bottles? I was watching a little bit of that stream.
Those are my friends from England. They're little history. I surf the net all the time, and I run across him. He was building I want to say a twin engine mosquito. And it was a plastic model that he put all the radio gear in. And I knew right off the bat, this thing is not going to fly. It's just too heavy. So he started it up. It jumped off the bench and cut him up, because he's using brushless motors. And I just come on there and I started typing at him. So now I try to give him a boost and he tries to give me a boost. So it's collaborating. And
yeah, it's kind of cool.
He's a nice guy from England that he builds tanks and all these plastic models, and he puts RC equipment in them. I told him, you're wasting your time. Why don't you just build an airplane? He doesn't have the room, so he builds plastic stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Got to see his tank. Go on his channel and look around at all this stuff he's got. I mean, he normally just shows his bench. He doesn't show him, or I think maybe he's got one video of the airplane taxiing around on the ground. He don't know how to fly RC. He just I don't know what he's doing, but he's just
having fun.
Yeah, yep. He's having fun. Big kid, 60 years old. What are you gonna do?
He's just a kid.
Yeah.
I wished I was 60 again.
How old are you guys? You're in your 80s, aren't you?
Yep. Right.
I'm be 81 pretty quick.
You're what?
I'll be 81 pretty quick here in December.
Yeah, most of my friends are 70s and 80s, Well, this hobby, when you got to spend, did you see the ridiculous price from National Balsa? One sheet of wood, this is 3/8. One sheet of 16th inch balsa, 5-pound wood handpicked, $17.98.
You're kidding.
Oh, that's stupid. That is stupid.
One sheet, 1/16 by 4 by 36, 18 bucks. Now I sent Steve Smith's building his airplane over here, his Crossfire, and I sent him to Schaefer's to buy foam safe CA. How much do you think 1 ounce of CA cost?
It's about,
$12.
I think I paid $7 or something last time I bought it.
$19, $18.99 at Schaefer's Hobby.
Good grief.
You know, we got to quit buying this stuff, because as long as we're buying it, they're going to charge it. But the minute we stop buying it, they'll have a whole lot of it and they'll have to eat it. So they'll go, well, we'll sell it for what it's worth, you know, like $6.
Yep.
Geez, what else are you going to build airplanes out of?
Well,
you know,
I'm thinking about using brown paper bags, to be honest with you. I'm serious. I'm going to get some foam.
no,
I got some Corfam and some foam board to cut ribs and spars and stuff, and then put a brown paper bag in a foam cradle and bag it with resin, and you know, build a composite airplane out of a paper bag. It's wood. Why wouldn't it work?
yeah, probably would. Well, we may have to start doing stuff like that. This is just getting stupid. You know, a gallon of dope is out of sight. Fuel is really high. Everything's high.
$80 on a gallon of dope.
Yeah, Bart's even high.
Yeah, I took Steve over to Wix with me last week, and it was $109 for my bill. One gallon of clear dope and one thing of superfill, $109. He bought 1 gallon of thinner, and the lady said, "Well, that'll be $256." And he goes, "What? $256? Oh, I put it down as a 5-gallon thing. It's only $55." But $55 for a gallon of thinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. On superfill, when you store it and it gets thicker, what do you thin it with?
You don't. Now, I'm not going to, do not hold me responsible for this, because I already got in trouble for telling this one time.
Sparky.
Do not hold me responsible. You do this at your own risk.
He used to be from one of your narrows, you know.
Really?
Put it
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what he said.
microwave.
Didn't know that.
Put it in the
Go ahead, Sparky.
Put
Go
it in
ahead.
the microwave for 30 seconds. You know, whatever, and then stir it up. It'll thin out. I used to do that with epoxylite, and the guy wanted to sue me for that because he got burned when it came out of the microwave. Well, guess what? It comes out of the microwave, it's going to be extremely hot. So be forewarned, it's hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Take
For
the
30
lid off.
seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Take the lid off the top too, because boom, it'll blow up in the microwave.
It won't melt the plastic container that it's in, huh?
Not 30 seconds. You know, if 30 seconds isn't long enough, try 30 seconds. See if you can stir it. And
Okay.
and if that's not long enough, put it back in for 15 or 30, whatever, you know, just keep an eye on it, and don't
Yeah.
melt it. Just warm it. But the thing to do with superfill, here's a jar of superfill. I got some new stuff, but I'm almost out of this. This is 5 years old.
Well, mine's more than that.
Well, that's all right. You see how it's dark blue on the bottom there?
Uh-huh.
Turn it upside down. Same with this. This smells like cat pee. It's ammonia. I've had this one upside down, but turn it upside down. I'll leave it set on the shelf, and the chemical will strain down through it.
Okay. Thank you.
So I keep flipping mine over and flipping it over, you know. Rotate.
Just put fillets in my Pathfinder, and what a mess.
You did not hear about the microwave for me though, because I don't want to hear the shit you got burned.
Right.
You know,
Hey, we're all witnesses. We got you now.
yeah. My dad told
No, I'll
me.
give it a shot.
My dad told me 96 or 98, said it's the art of attrition. You know, if you're dumb enough to get burned, well, I'm sorry about your luck, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let
that
me
stuff gets hot in there. But thanks,
me,
Marky. I'll give that a shot.
let me interrupt real quick. I want to introduce Stephen McCella. Are you with John Wright, Steve? Thought I heard John Wright a moment ago. I muted you, Steve. You got to unmute your microphone. Are you driving? You're
He had a
still
lot of,
muted. You're still muted, Stephen.
he
Let
had a
me
lot
go.
of feedback too.
Let me go to Lynn Burrell. Hey, Lynn, how you doing?
How we doing?
Doing well. Doing well. We have
Good stuff.
Chris Cox out here at Las Vegas.
Oh,
And
wow.
have you seen his new Hellcat? Of course you saw it at your team trials. Yeah. Right?
I don't think he had the new one there. I think he had an older one.
Okay. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a light green
That's awesome.
color. Beautiful. I have some pictures, but I did not upload it. So what you been up
That's
to?
cool. Oh, not a heck of a lot. Not this week. I've been kind of busy working and stuff, so I haven't had much time on the airplanes.
That
You flying
happens.
tomorrow, Len? Len, are you flying
What's
tomorrow?
that?
You flying tomorrow?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a little late in the season for me.
Yeah, I might go out. I'm hoping.
We'll see.
I'm gonna share this picture with you guys. Can you guys see this picture?
Yeah,
Oh,
our
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good shot. Yeah.
That's what I think too. I'm gonna make it big and probably frame it. So Mark Lumen took
I
this
would.
picture. Mark Lumen took this picture of me today flying when I was practicing.
Cool.
So that's the SV11 I've been flying.
Awesome picture.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah. So what do you think,
Very
Gary? You
good.
guys should go on the
Yeah.
calendar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the.
You're a calendar boy.
Say again, Bart.
You're a calendar boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Get rid of that.
is that picture good enough I sent you, Gary, of the Viper?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Hopefully we're gonna have plans for this next week.
Next week, great.
I hope so.
Well, you guys ready to talk about the last maneuver in the AMA stunt pattern?
Landing or what?
Landing. Yeah.
Landing.
Landing. Let me bring that up. Let me get rid of some of these tabs here. Just give me a second here. I think I have it here. There we go. All right. So let me share this. And I'll read the description. Is it coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get to. Whoops, that's the 4-leaf clover, which was really messed up last week. So here's the landing. This is the last maneuver. A correct landing is judged when the model descends smoothly to land with no bounce or unusual roughness and without any part of the model other than other than the landing gear having touched the ground. Main wheels or 3-point landings are permissible. The maneuver ends when the model rolls to a stop. If the model is still moving when the 8 minutes time limit elapses, the landing is considered incomplete, is scored a 0. Did you guys know that? You get a 0 on the landing if you go past the 8 minutes.
Yeah, because you didn't get the landing in before the time was up.
Right. And then you get the double whammy of losing pattern points too. So that's a really major thing. Probably it's the only one which is unique where you get 0 unless you forget to do a maneuver period. But this where you do it and then you go past the 8 minutes and nothing can be scored past the 8-minute limit. So that's pretty neat. Now the errors are committed when when the model bounces or when any part of the model other than the landing gear touches the ground. A crash or a flip over or a belly or upside down landing receives no marks. An error occurs each time the model deviates from a smooth descent. Any unusual circumstances outside the pilot's control, which may have caused one of the above mentioned errors, will be taken into consideration by the judges. Note, it is permissible to extend by whipping the descent to achieve the minimum 2 laps between maneuvers. I remember seeing Sparky doing that at Triple T a couple years ago, where he was able to complete the four-leaf clover, but then he whipped it to get the 2 laps. Remember doing that, Sparky?
Yep, I do.
Oh yeah, he's not the only one.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So that's what was that, Gordon?
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, yeah. Experienced pilots know to do that and know how to do that well.
Yeah, BFC when I was flying my Colossus, believe it or not, I forgot the last maneuver. And I went around and around and around, and I'm thinking, what did I just complete,
Right.
And all of a sudden, light bulb, oh, I think I did the overheads. So I went ahead and did the forward leaf, and as I come out of the forward leaf, the engine quit. So I had to whip it a couple laps.
Right.
There are exceptions to that rule on the landing as far as the model stopping in the 8 minutes. And here's the exception. Because I think it happened at the Nats one year, where the model touches the ground and it's right at the end of the 8 minutes and the wind is blowing and the model blows it backwards.
Oh, okay.
How can you control that?
Right, right. Yes, beyond the pilot's control.
And as far as they're not supposed to deduct if if you're flying on grass and it flips over because you hit a gopher hole or whatever.
Or bounces.
Well, an old time I flew my little sleek biplane, it weighed 22 ounces with a glow torque 32 in it. And at the Nats, when I landed, I touched down, no bounce, but before it stopped, the wind came through and blew it over, and I lost the contest because of that. And I think it was kind of sad. The judges should have been more awake on that. That was out of the pilot's control. So I got instead of first, I got third.
Right.
You want to take me
judges
off
do have to be awake
Charles?
on that stuff.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Sparky.
You got me on the screen all the time.
Okay, thank you. I have gallery on mine. You're not on speaker.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, whatever.
Maybe change your view to gallery from speaker.
How do I do that?
Upper right corner.
Right corner.
Right below the close X there. Right below that, you'll have a.
Okay, I got it.
Cool. And we have with us the original Steve Smith in St. Louis. Hey, Steve, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hi, all.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to flying tomorrow.
All right. You and Sparky going out?
I hope so.
I don't know, Steve. I got this, this is old people payday. We got running to do.
I guess I'll have my wife launch for me.
Yeah.
Because Dan wants to go on Sunday. And so does, oh, wait a minute. Mark wants to go on Sunday. Dan is, I don't know, thinking Sunday is better. That's okay. My wife can launch me.
Well, you don't even need, you got electric. You just plug it in and push the button and walk out to the handle.
I don't trust it. Sorry, I don't trust a $20 piece of electronics.
No, somebody has to be with the airplane.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
So
I think that's the rule.
about the landing. I know you talked about things outside the pilot's control, but things that are in the pilot's control, are the rate of descent and glides. And what I see more than not are what I call stair steps. A descent and a glide and a descent and a glide and a descent and a glide. It's not, again, from the rule book, it's a smooth and constant descent. But so often I
Correct.
see flats.
Right.
So that, each one is a deduction of
How high up
depending on
can
how
you start?
serious.
Can you start at 45 degrees when the engine?
No. I don't care where you start.
Okay.
I start judging at 5 feet.
That's correct.
And
Thank you.
in FAI, it's supposed to have one complete lap.
FAI is different, yeah.
The FAI is way different.
So you start judging at 5 feet. Now, why is that? Because I read the description and I don't remember anything about that.
Yeah, they start judging at 5 feet. You can start as high as you want.
That has been our instruction for the past several years from the head judge, that we do not start judging until 5 feet.
All right. That's good to know.
Maybe that's not in the rule book, but that's what we've been doing.
That's what I've always been told.
Yeah.
I don't think that's correct.
I don't think it's in the rule book that way.
No, I read the 22, 23 rules.
I didn't
mention it.
No, as long as it's a constant descent.
Yeah.
From 5 feet.
No,
Not in the
according to
rule,
the rule book, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think you're talking FAI rules at 5 feet.
I have to look that one up.
Yeah, look it up. I just closed out
I've never seen that in Now, to get the 2023 rules, you have to download it. Is that correct?
You know, we don't pay enough dues to get a paper book anymore.
Oh, you used to get a paper book?
Oh, yeah.
That's before my time. I've always had to go to the internet to get it.
We're not paying enough dues for that. Shit.
Yeah, right.
I wish there was an option that we could do away with the magazine and have a cheaper subscription.
Right.
Yeah, there's your rule book, Charles.
Oh wow, look at that. Let me make it big for our audiences. I've never seen that.
Yep.
It's an old one, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So they used to mail that to you every year, or
yeah.
I think it was every other year, wasn't it?
This one's from 99 to 201.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat. I have never seen that. Thank you, Paul.
I remember the day. I
That
think
is-
all of our dues are going for the radio control government thing, altitudes and all that, drones and all that crap.
And they're not
We
represented
spent a lot
very
of
well
money
either.
on that.
Okay, I just pulled up the landing.
Thank you, Steve.
It says nothing about the height that it starts at.
There you go.
Yeah.
It just says smoothly to land with no bounce or unusual roughness. It really doesn't talk about those flat spots that I object to.
Well, constant descent is normal.
Yeah, and they're talking about things
I
that's
can't quite read that, but yeah, smooth descent all the way to landing would be pretty much a constant.
Yeah, smooth
Constant
descent.
yeah, and you're not supposed to, yeah, you're not supposed to rise back up. So once it starts coming down,
You got to continue to go down.
yeah. And I don't know how, if you're in a real
Yeah.
windy environment, how do you compensate for a landing into a headwind? You don't. I mean, you have to set up so you know you're not going to be landing in a headwind.
Yeah, because we cannot take
Well,
that into account.
Right.
You got good stiff wind there. You can drive it down and drive it down to the ground.
That's true.
Very good.
That's all part of the challenge, guys.
Yeah, I got kind of raked over the coals because I gave Matt Colin a 40 on a landing at Brodax one year, but the kid nailed it. And, the way Jim Lynch and Big Art told me to judge, if somebody, somebody gets it, you don't just ding them just because they're an advanced flyer or something. But
No, that was your call, Paul. That was your observation of the landing.
yeah, the kid just reached it. I don't think Orestes
Well, that happened to me. Yeah. I'm sorry. That happened to me at Whittier Narrows. I was judging beginner stunt. This guy couldn't fly worth crap, but he did two of the best inside square loops I've ever seen. It was amazing. And
Absolutely.
I got called. They said, well, the kid did it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A beginner and an intermediate can still get a 40-point maneuver.
Yeah, I think though.
Well, he did. I think I gave him a 38. And
You must have seen something slightly off.
Yeah, I think some judges are kind of biased on the classes and stuff, but
well, that's called bracketing,
Yeah.
and that's no good either.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I myself have been a victim of that.
Yeah.
You guys, speaking of landings, I'd like us to talk about how to help your plane land. I mean, my SV11 last year, I could, if I gave my complete concentration and did my darndest, I can maybe get a good landing every maybe 2 to 3 out of every 10 attempts, right?
Yeah.
And I remember having discussions with somebody, I'm not gonna mention their name, and they kept saying it's you, Charles. How, and they was questioning how do I land and all this kind of stuff. And I was telling them what I do. Do you focus on the wheels? Do you focus on all this kind of stuff? The wingtips. Kept going back and forth, and I kept telling them it's not me. I know how to land. It's the plane. It's the wheels aren't right. So I commissioned Jeff Riley, who doesn't come in very often, but Jeff Riley made me some new landing gear for my SV11. So that picture I showed you with the landing gear, that's not the stock landing gear that came with the kit. He placed the wheels back about 3/16 of an inch. All right. And now, and now I can do a landing. I'm not joking. I can get like a real nice landing. I mean, this is being very conservative. 7 out of 10 times. Okay, dramatically.
Are you doing wheel landings or 3 points?
I'm doing wheel landings.
The landing gear or the wheels, the axle needs to be right at the leading edge of the wheels for pavement. It needs to be ahead of that for grass.
Right. Right.
Charles.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, I think you're right.
Hang on, Paul.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let Sparky and Steven mix their point.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm
right.
agreeing with Bob. It's the
Right
position of the landing gear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes a big difference.
Another thing that helps with landing is the guys with the heavy airplanes are tail heavy. So when they go into the wind, they porpoise because it's tail heavy. But if you got a light airplane and it's more ahead of the center of gravity, nose heavy, you got directional stability, so it's going downhill.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I right, Pardon?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, you are.
Let me let Paul get his comment in. Paul, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No problem. I was just going to suggest this, and I knew this before, but my flying partner reminded me the other day when I was struggling with the landing. Take a step towards your plane right before it hits the ground. Right before it touches down. Take a step towards your plane.
And what does that do, Paul?
Close it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
slows it down and takes some of the line tension off.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, Paul. Thank you.
Now, another interesting thing that people might not think of is if how the plane rolls. If the plane is trying to get out of the circle, when you land, guess what? It's going to bounce because it's trying to get out. You have the same experience taking off and landing. So, Bob Wiley, I remember I took my Strega out there to Arizona, and he noticed how the wheels were worn out, and he adjusted my wheels so that when he rolled the plane, it gently rolled into the circle. Actually, kind of followed the arc of the circle, and then when I landed, the plane didn't rise back up in the air because it wasn't trying to get away.
Wow.
What do you got there, Paul?
It
What do you got
wasn't
in your hand?
springing the landing gear.
It didn't ground loop coming in?
Oh, you know what? I just kept stepping back. When you land, you got to just keep stepping back, keep the lines tight so it doesn't ground loop. And that is
Okay.
you have to be careful of, but the payoff is big. I mean, the landing gear position, all these things, the alignment of the wheels, all these things contribute to when you grease the landing and you have a perfect landing. It's part of trim.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Paul.
Sure is. Yep.
Hang on,
So
Bart.
one thing that Jim Lynch taught me was to bush your wheels with some brass tubing. So sometimes if your wheels are wobbly, he showed me. He picked up one of my planes one day and he spun the wheel and the wheels rattling like this, and he goes, "We got to fix that." And he showed me how to drill it out, cut a piece of brass tubing, put it inside the hub, and
Exactly.
Yep.
I've been doing that for 50 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you capture the brass on both sides with wheel collets or what?
Yeah. I mean, you're basically just putting a bushing into those plastic hubs. Because they'll over time, they just kind of get rattly and wore out, and this makes them a whole lot smoother.
What I do, I don't do double brass. I just take the brass that goes over the landing gear wire, and I scar it, and I scar the inside of the wheel, and then I epoxy them in. And I've never had a trouble.
Great tip. Thank you, Bart. I appreciate that. Now, does that also solve the squeaking? My tail wheel on I know this is kind of kind of hijacking this topic, but my tail wheel is a small, 3/4 inch diameter wheel. I think it has a metal hub, aluminum hub, and it squeals. What can I do to silence that squeal? Like when I land, I do a nice landing, but that squealing I think takes away, even though it's not judged, right?
Put some
Steve, the
oil on
squealing
it.
is not judged, but it's just the overall presentation.
Take it off and put the only wheel on it that works, and I'll show it to you. Right here.
You make it big here. All right, what kind of wheel is that?
That's a Williams Brothers 3/4 inch wheel.
Yep.
And they don't squeal? Why don't they squeal? Because it's plastic in the middle or what?
You betcha. It's plastic and it's
You know it.
light.
They're awesome.
All right. But that wheel will become elongated, the hole, right?
No.
Because it's plastic, it doesn't become
It would take a long time because your tail isn't on the ground that long.
That's a good point. Thank you. That's a good
I
point,
don't
Bart.
think it's something you're going to worry about.
All right. Well, cool. I hate the squeaky aluminum tail wheel I got. It just makes noise when I land. When it rolls to a stop, you're waiting for it to roll out.
Charles, take
Yes.
some a little drop of 30 weight oil right on the axle.
Yeah.
Spin it till it goes in and it'll disappear.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I spin my wheels up with a Dremel tool. To put a sanding drum on it and put the sanding drum on the wheel and then turn it on and put a drop of chain lube on it. And it'll spin really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tried that.
Yeah. And look who's in here. Big John came in. Hey, John, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thanks
How
for
about
coming
you
in.
guys?
Doing well, but we miss you, man. We're up here in Las Vegas having a good time. I think I don't know. I think there was some. I think there's some women are asking about you. Where's Big John at?
Oh, really? Tell him I'll be right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
He'll
kidding. No,
be
but
there Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. But I do miss you, John. I wish you would have came up. I think the time he was there last, we had a little bit of wind, but it's like, I mean, really light winds right now. It's
Doesn't have it, huh?
yeah, it's very, very nice.
Are
80
y'all having a
degrees.
good time?
I'm sorry, two people were speaking. Say it again, John.
Are y'all having a good time?
We are. I'm having a great time. I didn't compete today because my plane is Nostalgia 30. Not they're doing Super 70s and classic and old time. I don't really have a double threat, so I was hoping that they would change, but they did Super 70s as opposed to Nostalgia 30. But having a great time. Oh, you know who I haven't seen in a long time? Chris McMillan.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's here. He'd be what's he flying?
He's got a Nobler, I know.
Yeah, Nobler. And Roger Kramer. I seen Roger Kramer and Gordon, and I saw the P-51. Absolutely gorgeous plane.
Yep.
Really phenomenal. And so we miss you, John. Let me catch up on the chat box. We have old control line pilot. That's Bob Whitley. And I apologize for not reading it sooner. Like I said, I'm just down to my laptop in a hotel room. Very limited as far as real estate on my screen. I can't see everything at once like I normally do. So old control line pilot, who's a member of our YouTube channel. So we can see, Sparky and I can see who are the members, who are our supporting patrons. And we appreciate you very much. He's a member, and he says, feeling rather tired tonight, so shutting down early. I'll have to catch the rerun like given. Thank you. Matter of fact, smash the like button. Please subscribe, share, comment, all these activities, all these engagements help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. And please consider joining the Stunthangar YouTube channel. I mean, it's like the minimum amount is $4.99. If you do it by 30, it's less than 17 cents a day. And you're getting all this. I mean, this is even how we talked about the landing. I mean, that is information you might not even find live on the Hangout. I mean, on the forum. This is great value. I mean, I really don't understand why we don't have more people just helping support the channel. Anyways, thank you for coming in on the chat box. Old Control Line Pilot, that's Bob Whitley. And then Edward Carlisle, he gave us a like. Thank you very much, Ed. Appreciate that. And Sandpiper, actually Ken and Kim, who's in our screen. That's the I guess their handle is Sandpiper. And this is actually Ken and Kim is Ken Culberson. Because I closed the Zoom and watched on YouTube, no camera or mic. So thank you very much. I understand now why I couldn't hear you or see you. And Ken, I did get your DM, your direct message in the forum, and I think that's a great idea. Hopefully, when Keith Trossel comes back in, we can revisit the four-leaf clover, and with Keith Trossel's prop that he has, we can really explain, why the center path of the horizontal is kind of a curve, and like you said, and so thank you very much. And then Gary Sinclair, who's with us, he's a member of our YouTube channel, is also the monitor. He provided a like. And then Marcel Legrand says, hi, Charles, and everyone at Stunt School just got back from flying. Hope you had a good day, Marcel. And then Philip Bailey, who's not here with us in person, but he gave us a like. Thank you very much, Phil. So now we're now I got that done. I apologize. I have limited real estate. I can't see everything at once like I normally can. So we're back to the hangout here, and it's I have 8:12. I'm going to shut it down at 9 because I'm in Las Vegas, so I'm not going to be in the after party. I'm going to go eat. Actually, I haven't ate. I've been at the flying field since before the pilots meeting. Flew all day, watched all day, and I haven't even eaten yet. So
Here's some good advice, Charles. Stay away from the tables.
yes, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't even have to worry about that. My money comes so hard. I can't even. I can't just do that, and it's no big deal losing that money. It really would hurt me. Yes, Gordon.
Would you do me a favor and tell Chris Cox and Chris McMillan I said hi?
Yes, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
it was
too.
neat. I haven't seen. What was that again? Someone else said me too. I didn't quite get that voice.
I think it was Bart.
Oh yeah, yeah, Bart, absolutely.
Oh, I just said tell everybody hi for me. Yeah.
We'll do. We'll do. I'm going to be really focused tomorrow, and really, Mike Lonke has that axioma, and he's killing it, man. I'm telling you. Anybody seen Mike Lonke fly that axioma? Woo! Man, he's kind of set the standard as far as in advance, and so we'll see.
What you do is play a little game with him. Get you a big boot and set when he gets ready to fly. Put that big boot right on the edge of the circle.
And let me explain something to you. And Mike Lonke and I are on the same page. We both would like to go to the nationals and win advance, and we
Yeah,
both
no
cannot
problem.
stand. We both can't stand these experts who compete locally as expert, and then they because there's no expert at the nationals, they fly in advance. And so Mike Lonke, I know I can speak for him and myself. We don't want to become experts and then go to the Nats and then go down to fly in advance because that'd be hypocritical of us when we despise people who do that.
Well, yeah, but they're putting the boot out there. That's just psychology.
Okay, I follow you. I follow you. But yeah, Mike will make that transition, and I'll make that transition too. But I really want to. Hopefully, I get back to the nationals and get a chance to compete at the advance. And I would prefer to compete against other advanced pilots personally, instead of the experts who don't want to go up against Paul Walker and Dave Fitzgerald and
What would
Orestes
you do,
Hernandez.
Charles? What would you do if you were 19 years old back in my day and had to fly against Gordon and Bart and Paul and no, because it was junior, senior, open. They didn't have no intermediate, advanced expert. It was junior, senior, open. That's it.
That's right.
And the minute you became 18, guess what? You got booted up to open. Or was it 21? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a unique situation. But we're talking about people who have been competing recently, in these classes, and then they step down because it's not an advanced, there's not an expert class at the Nats, and so they step down and compete with other advanced pilots when they're experts.
Maybe I can step down to advanced then, huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing to stop you, Sparky.
Yes, there is. I've made the cut, 3 or 4 times, so they're not gonna let me drop.
Well, okay. You're dead in the water then.
Yeah.
You're toast, Bubba.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sparky, when I was a senior, I was basically flying open all the time.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
That's how you get good, though. I mean, you're not going to get good flying against people that are not as good as you.
You're absolutely right. I heard Bob Hunt. I'm going to quote Bob Hunt. He says, "If you want to be the best, you got to fly against the best."
That's right.
So what is your goal? Is your goal to just get trophies, or is it to be the best?
Back in my day, Charles, or these other guys, Bart and Gordon, we flew against Tom Warden, and he would come down over the top, and at 5 foot, not even 5 foot, or 4 foot, he would turn and it'd just be flat. And you go, what the hell is going on? I got to compete against that? Ain't no way. And am I lying?
No. Yeah, that's the truth.
He'd go bang, and it'd be right there. He was
Yep,
great.
that is some
we all
scary
had to do
stuff.
that back in California because we had people like Ed Southwick and Bob Palmer and Williams, and
Riley,
those guys were darn good, and that's how I came up. All the contests, they were there.
Tom Warden used to go to Whittier Narrows.
18 to 30 flights a week.
Tom Warden would go to Whittier Narrows early in the morning, and we had a trash can out there, and they'd light a fire, and it'd be cold, and they'd stand, cold for LA, 60 degrees, but they'd stand around that trash can burning, and they would fly all day long. He'd had a sandwich here all day long, one after another after another. It was unreal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I loved Whittier. It was great.
All day. Yep.
So you guys, I think we're finished with the landing. I think we killed it. I think we did good talking about the landing, right? So we just going to discuss what's on our hearts and minds. So
I landed a long time ago.
What was that?
I landed a long time ago.
Yes, yeah. Or just so you know, Bart, your audio is choppy. And it might be your internet, it might be your computer. I don't know what it is, but just so you know, it's
terrible.
It could be better.
Huh. Well, shouldn't be.
Yeah, it is, but you're still welcome here. I mean, because you bring a caliber of knowledge, information, and stuff that I like having you here. So, but if you can fix it, that'd be great.
Well, maybe if he
I tried the last two sessions and couldn't get in at all. And tonight it came right up. I don't know what's going on.
No problem. I know that, and I understand. I just want you to know, not that I'm trying to shame you and ask you to leave. I'm not doing that. But you bring too much.
Yes, you are.
No. I want people like you on the show because you have a lot of experience. You know an awful lot about flying stunt, and so you're very.
Well, I'm happy to share or help anytime I can. By the way, would you be able to call me tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is the party at Ruben McBride's house. Stephen and Ruben are the co-CDs, and we're having a party.
One night next week would work.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I
appreciate it.
Yeah, I won't be getting home till Monday. I probably get home in the afternoon, then do another show. Yeah. So
just
maybe
anytime
next week. Yeah, absolutely, be my pleasure.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Charles, isn't there a spot in here to adjust the bandwidth?
That is a great question. I see that when it talks about a widget, right? That's what you're talking about.
But yeah, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, when I click on it, I don't know what's going on with it either. I might need to watch some YouTube videos on how to do that. I don't know. You can learn everything on YouTube, so I might just need to do some research, but I do not know how to fix it. I normally close tabs on my computer. Yeah?
Yeah, do I sound better now?
Right now, at the moment you do.
Okay. I have a problem with a Fox 35 engine. I can't get the sleeve out, and I soaked it. Stuart soaked it in aviation fuel, and then I brought it home and put it in the oven, cooked it for 350 degrees. It still wouldn't come out. I raised the temperature to 450 degrees and still couldn't get it to come out. And today last night I soaked it in regular gasoline and tried working on it again this afternoon. Cooked it again at 350 degrees, and I still can't get it to come out of the engine block. Any suggestions?
Lucky for you, Gordon Delaney's here and Sparky's here.
Do you have one of these small hand torches that you just push a button and lights up?
Well, I'm a plumber, so I got torches for propane.
Well, that'll work too. Just don't turn it hot. And the idea is to heat the case really fast. And then I have a tapered hardwood dowel, and I reach in through the back plate and push up on the liner. And you don't want it to sit very long because don't want the liner to heat up with the casting. And you
Right.
have to hold it with a rag and then push up on the bottom of that liner. It should pop right out.
Okay. How is there any indication on when the casing is hot enough?
Well, you're gonna want the part around the cylinder hot enough so you won't be able to.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
When it's too hot to touch, it's
Because
hot.
my
Yep.
okay. Well, yeah, I know, but I know that, but I just anyway. The other thing too is I did put a piece of hardwood in there and try using the piston to pop the cylinder out, and it didn't work. But maybe the wood wasn't quite hard enough yet. So
Yeah, you got to get the case hot really quick before the steel liner has a chance to heat up with it.
okay, all right. Now I also heard about cooking it in the crock pot with antifreeze. Has
Well,
anybody done that?
Yeah, but that's just mainly to clean it. That heats up the whole thing inside and out.
It also turns your case black.
Yeah, if you leave it in,
Okay,
you'll have a black case instead of a shiny case.
okay. All right. Well, thank you.
So I'd get you a rag, get you a little tapered wooden dowel, probably 3/8 in diameter, 1/2 inch. And I put a wedge on the end. And then as soon as it heats up, I pick it up that rag and take that dowel and push up in the bottom of the liner. I've
Okay.
got a
All right.
lot of fun stuck that way.
Okay, I'll try that. All right. Thank you.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
the
Bart.
idea,
What's that?
Go ahead, Bart.
the idea is to get the case hot without getting the liner too hot.
Right. But
I say the idea is to get the case hot.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting a lot of static, so I didn't really hear you too well, Gordy.
So using a torch is a little bit different than cooking it in the stove.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
In
Yeah.
the stove, you're getting everything hot at the same rate. You want to get just the case hot, and
Okay.
not the liner.
Okay. All right. I'll try that. Thank you.
All right, cool, great. Anybody else in the chat box? You have any questions or comments? Go ahead and speak now. We're going to be ending the show early, as I'm actually here in Las Vegas, and
What hotel you staying at?
at the Rampart Marriott. I'm with
Marriott.
Eric. I'm with Eric Rule, and
Oh, Tim. Yeah.
Say hi to Eric.
I will. Eric's not here.
Yeah,
Eric is probably in the casino right now.
Probably.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his game.
That's where you're headed, right?
No, I got told you, man. I can't afford to lose any money.
I roll of nickels.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that either.
That's what I do. I go buy a roll of nickels. When they're gone, they're gone. I'm done.
Yeah. Well,
this way I work too hard to be putting it in a one-armed bandit.
yeah. Well, even I think I know Mike Lonke likes. I'm not going to say what Mike Lonke likes, but I forgot what Eric likes. I forgot if it's blackjack. Yeah, maybe it's blackjack. And then Mike Lonke, I think Mike Lonke does a lot of different things. So he's having a good time though. This is his time. Mike Lonke works hard taking care of his family, and this is his time to just have a respite and from what he normally does. And he's having a good time, and he's flying great. He's flying really, really well.
Walk out there on the street and look at all those neon lights and all them big buildings, and just remember, it wasn't built on winners.
Right.
That's for sure.
My wife always likes to stop and spend $20. And I says, why don't you save the time so you can drive through? Just put the $20 in a envelope and mail it to him, and we drive straight through.
That's right.
All right. Hey, you guys, I'm going to end the live stream since we're way off topic. But thank you very much for coming in. I really appreciate it. We have one more comment here from Sandpiper. He says, again, that's off topic. So we're going to go back and get out of here. Hey, thank you for coming in. We're going to start a series where we're going to start going through the Paul Walker trim sheet. I hope that is, if you have a chance to read it, you can find it on flyinglines.org. And Paul did a great series on Stunt News. I think it covered at least 4 months, I think, of articles. Now you can see it all on flyinglines.org. That's flyinglines.org.
I don't know why it's not on Stunthangar. He must not like us anymore.
I don't know about that. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to talk about the trim chart and the trim articles. And if you have any other information about trimming the plane, please contribute, and we will be back. So I want to wish everybody fair winds, tight lines. I'll be out here in Las Vegas for the rest. I'll be coming back Monday, and look forward to seeing you guys. And we'll talk about stunt some more. And I forgot to mention Howard Rush is here, flying stunt. Howard Rush is out here. Forgot to mention him.
Did he bring the Jivettes with him?
Did he bring the Jivettes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you got to tell Howard something for me. Tell him the Hotel Notel is still open.
The Hotel Motel?
Yeah.
That reminds me of a song, Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. Remember that first big rap song?
Yeah, anyway, he stays here once in a while. So I just wanted to let him know the room's still open. You know,
the Motel.
The Hotel Motel. No, the Notel Hotel.
The Notel.
Tell him the Notel Motel is open.
Yes.
All right. All right, you guys. Hey, yes, Bart.
And good luck.
You waving goodbye, Bart? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I want to make a comment. We have a motel in Tucson, but now I think they've turned it over to the homeless.
Oh,
really?
All right, now we're really getting off topic, you guys. Let's go. Anyways, hey, fair winds, guidelines. See you guys Monday. I'll see